Hey there, it's Kathy Howes from Denver, Colorado. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, and here I am with another quick video to show you a cute card. Well, kind of a card. And I have all my stuff here, and now I can't. Here we go. Good Lord, Kathy. So I'm getting ready for a meeting I have tonight. It's it's a demonstrator meeting. It's not my meeting. It's my upline meeting. When you become a demonstrator, usually you sign up under another demonstrator, excuse me, and become a part of their team. So the meeting I'm going tonight is a demonstrator meeting. It's my upline's team meeting, and someone usually brings a make and take, which means you bring all the stuff for the people at the meeting to make the thing, to make the project that you have in mind. So I volunteered for the make and take this month, and it's this little card right here. Look how cute this is. Now I made this at my well, it's at Mary McCannon's class. She's part of my team with Stampin' Up, and I'm pretty sure that Mary cased this from another demonstrator, and I don't know who that is, so if it's you, be sure and give a shout out. Thank you. What a cute card. But this card isn't what I'm going to show you today, but let me show you how to make today. I'm going to just show you this card and show you how cute it is and tell you a little bit about it. So this card is using the Lucky Clover stamp set. Now originally this stamp set came as a bundle. It was a little Clover Punch here. The Clover Punch sold out fast, so you can't get it anymore. So I just took this stamp and put it through my scan and cut and had him cut out all of those clovers. Now, why am I telling you this? Because at the end of this video, I'm going to show you how I can use my scan and cut to cut out or to replace the punch, more or less. So I can show you with the scan and cut. Hopefully I can explain it. Now I'm not going to bring my scan and cut into the video. I'm just going to kind of walk you through the process and show you what I did so that you could get a solid image with your scan and cut by simply using your stamp set. Okay, hopefully that makes sense. And that way I'm doing it at the end of the video, so if you don't have a scan and cut, or if you're not interested in a scan and cut, I won't bore you with the process. Although that little Clover stamp set is really cute, and I think if you could cut it out, it would just help. I don't know, it's been a long time, I think, since Stampin' Up's had anything like that, and you're going to get the full benefit of it. So what I want to show you, what we're going to make is a little bit overachiever, because then I was looking through, I needed a little gift for my members of my class this weekend, and I ran across these cute little baskets. Look how cute these are. So really at the meeting tonight, I'm going to be an overachiever, and we're going to have two make and takes. We're going to make the little card, which shouldn't take long. I've done all the work, and then we're going to make this little basket. And look how cute they are. I have a couple extras here, and look at all these. Even the packets are really cute. Look at that designer series paper. Now let me show you the designer series paper. It came out of the Celebration catalog, which has 2 days left. This paper here, look how cute that little basket is. Love that one. And then with the designer series paper back here in the catalog right here, that's what I did all of these, or these two from. And that's what I cut all of my packets here from. Now you notice on the front of my basket here, I have that little bunny. Now, that little bunny is a punch too. Oh, before we go on, let me show you something else. We talked about teams and part of joining Stampin' Up. Right now, because it is Celebration, if you decide to become a demonstrator, or what they say join, whether it be as an active demonstrator or just for the discount as a hobbyist, right now, 2 more days, you could join and get this mini Big Shot for free, either white or the boho blue, and you get $175 in your starter kit. So a $99 starter kit, which includes free shipping. You get a paper pumpkin in there, you get all your business supplies. Your choice of $175 is only $99 plus tax. So if you have any interest, I just don't want anybody to miss the opportunity. That's a great value. Okay, let's go on to the bunny. Now I have the little bunny punch here and the stamp set. This is the bunny that's on the front of my basket. The bunny punch is on not orderable until May 15th. I believe he comes back into stock May 15th, but you could use the same process I'm going to show you at the end of the video to use the stamp set to turn it into a bunny that looks like this. You and your brother ScanNCut. Okay, there we go. So let's just go down to it and make a little basket here. I'm going to bring in that designer series paper. Let's pick a pattern. I think this purple pattern here is going to be a popular one, so we'll use that. This is 12 by 12. Now, if you have a pattern that runs up and down and you need a way, you got to make sure you cut it the right way. This pattern, it doesn't matter. The pattern's going to work either way. So the first thing I want to do is make room for my paper trimmer here. I'm going to cut my cardstock down to 8.5 by 12. So we're lining it up here at 8.5, and I'm going to just cut this, and we don't need this. We use that on another project. Hang on to that. And then I'm going to turn this, and I'm going to cut 2 of these because you get 2 out of this piece of paper each basket. So I'm going to go ahead and just cut 2 since I'm at it, and then I can add those to my packets for tonight's make and take. But these are 1-inch strips. So this is 1 inch by 8.5, and we need 5 of those for each basket. So there's 2, 3, watch me lose count, 4, and then 5. So there's our 5 1-inch by 8.5 strips. And then for the handle of the basket, we need a strip that is 3/4 by 8.5. So then I'll just cut that one, and then I'm going to turn this over, and that way I know that I have that cut. Then let's just real quick, since I'm at it and I'm right here, I'm going to just go ahead and cut one more packet. 2, 3, 4, 5 strips at 1 inch, and then that 3/4 of an inch right here. So really, when it's all said and done, here's another basket. From that 12 by 12 sheet of designer series paper, you have 2 baskets, and then this is just the scraps that are left over so you can use them for another project. Okay, we're done with the paper trimmer, and I'm going to set one of these aside to become a packet. We're going to use this right here. Now, for my meeting tonight, I went ahead and just cut a bunch of little bunnies, and I think with this one, I'm even going to use the same color bunny, so we'll keep all fresh freesia in this, and now I have all the pieces and parts that I need. And then, of course, for that little bow, I'll just need some baker's twine. I'm going to use white, keep it nice and simple, light and colorful, like that. So I have all my little pieces and parts. Now I'm going to set that 3/4 inch side or piece strip aside, and we're going to use these 5 1-inch by 5.5. Okay, so one of them I'm going to decide this is going to be the top of my basket. So I'm going to turn it over. I want the back side to show. Really, when you're looking at it the first time, it's going to be the back of our basket. I'm going to use a nice strong adhesive. I'm going to use Seal Plus, or I think Tear and Tape would work too. I think Seal It Plus is a little bit faster, so I'm going to just put brand new tape here all along the strip here, and there's room for 2 strips of tape, so I'm going to just do both of them like this. Okay, now I said this is the back, right? So then the basket, I want to be this pattern, so I'm going to turn that over, and in the corner here of my designer series paper, I'm going to put down that first strip right there in the corner. Now I tried to be perfect. I'm not usually perfect at much of anything, but I've laid it down. I'm going to lay 4 more the exact same way. Butt it up against each other like that. Make sure it's lined up at the top here. Give it a good press there. That's 2 more. This is going to be the quickest basket that you ever made. And if you're like me, you have a bunch of designer series paper that you could always use for a project like this. I have tons of this designer series paper left over, and I think it makes a really cute basket. Okay, so I have my 4 up there. This is really the back of my basket. This is going to be the front. Okay, but now I'm going to take this strip here, and I'm going to turn it like this, and it's going to start to roll. But I'm going to now take this one, and see how I've taken it from here and turned it so the same side is showing. I'm going to lay it up here like this. And then the next strip, I'm going to do the same thing. And as you do this, hopefully, I'll probably get my head in the camera because it's going to kind of roll. But we want to keep on getting those strips over here like this. There. Now we see them like this, so now your basket looks like this. Now, just to reinforce this here, I'm going to put a little bit more adhesive right here. And then you're going to take those and you're going to just slide it together and finish that basket off. And those designer series paper line up, and look how cute you have your little basket. That simple, just like this. I asked myself, why haven't we been making these baskets all these years? Because the last time, I don't think I've seen a basket like this, and that Trishka's video was back in 2013. But look how cute that is. So now we'll just put that handle in. Here's the hard part. Do we want our handle to look like this? Or do we want I think I want my handle to look like this. So I'm going to put a little bit of tape here on what I would call the front, or the part that you're going to see. Just about a 1/2 inch. It really doesn't matter. Now this isn't going to be a basket. Let me find the back. So where my seam is going to be the back. So I'm going to just go over one more little strip of paper here and put my handle. But as I was saying, this isn't a basket that's going to be able to hold a lot of weight. It's more just for decoration. But I'm going to put some more on the other side, and then put that right here. This is kind of nice because it has those lines, so you can put that line on the designer series paper to make sure that it's straight. And looky there, look how cute you have that adorable little basket. Then to decorate it, I'm going to just take my bunny here, and then take my baker's twine, tie a simple little bow. See if I can't get that twist out of there. There we go. And then I'm going to trim that bow. Now let me show you something else. So I've looked and looked, I can't find my ribbon scissors, but I did happen to have a brand new pair of Stampin' Up! Paper snips. So I'm going to turn those into my ribbon scissors. And not turn them into ribbon scissors, but when you have a brand new pair of paper snips like this, they are so sharp, they will cut through ribbon like butter. And when I take my ribbon scissors, or take my brand new paper snips, I'm going to just take a little piece of ribbon and tie it here around the handle. Now I know to only use these scissors for ribbon, and they'll stay sharp forever. It's the paper that dulls your ribbon, or dulls your ribbon. I can't tie a knot and talk at the same time. The paper is what dulls your scissors. If you keep a pair of paper snips like this, and like you mark them with a piece of ribbon, then they'll always be sharp. Only use them on ribbon, not on paper. And then look how nice they cut right through that with no problem. Okay, got my new ribbon scissors, kind of excited about that. But someday I'll find my other pair. Then I'll just have 2 in case I can't find them, because that happens all the time. Okay, then I just noticed that my dimensionals are still at the desk that I had my class at. So I'm going to just use some paper pumpkin, and these aren't dimensionals, these are glue dots. And look, I pulled everything apart. So I'm going to just pop the paper covering. Nope, the whole dimensional, or the whole glue dot came off. I want to roll my glue dot. So can you see how I kind of folded it in half? And then just set that glue dot right there. We'll set the little ribbon right on top there. Really, it's baker's twine. Love that stuff for a nice little small bow. I'm going to kind of tuck that glue dot up under so I don't have a sticky part on my project there. There we go. Now with the dimensionals, I'm going to just make sure I have the front of my basket. Where's the seam? I can't even find the seam. Seriously. Oh, here's the seam, is right here. So I'm going to make this the front of my basket. And I'm going to just put a couple dimensionals right here along that top. And then set that bunny right there. And look how cute that monochromatic basket is. Isn't that adorable? Then, of course, I would take some grass and some candy and put it in there. But I think that has to be the cutest, simplest basket ever. So thanks, Trishka, 05 Trishka, YouTube, for whoever you are, for sharing that on your video. And now we can make a little basket and a little card tonight at our meeting. I don't know where my card went. Alrighty, so now that's it, all I have to demonstrate. I'm going to try to explain now how I use my scan and cut with that stamp set to make the dark green clover. Okay, now I'm hoping I can explain it. I took a piece of white cardstock like this, and don't look at my stamping. I've re-inked my stamp set, or my ink pad now, he's much better, but I stamped all the clovers on a piece. Now I made sure that I remembered that this is 3.5 by 11. Okay, then I took this and my little mat for my brother's scan and cut, and really, since this is pretty chewed up here, I've been using, this is the 6-inch mark because it's a big long 12-inch, right? I usually mainly just use the top 6 inches, but I took this and I layered it down here right at this dotted line. Now, it doesn't matter where you put it as long as you know where you put it, because when you put this paper like this here, and then I loaded my mat into my machine. They went through the whole process to pick out those as my objects to cut out, and I cut it out. Now, after I cut it out, I left everything in my machine. You know how this works if you have a scan and cut, and then you have a piece like this, right, that all of those little things have been cut out of. So my mat is still in my machine. I've never taken it out of my machine. I've never went back home to the home page. I've left it right there. So then I took this piece off, this piece off, and then I took a piece of solid color cardstock. I placed it exactly where it was before, like that, and then I just asked it to cut it out again. So when it cuts it out again, then you have all those little solid clovers like you would if you happen to have the punch. Now, another thing you could do, say for instance, you know, you're done, you put your machine away and you think, okay, I'd like to have some more of those clovers. You could take another piece of cardstock like this, and then you attach those clovers to your white cardstock. And here again, you just have to remember that mine in this case was 3.5 inches by 11. Put it in the same place on your mat again after you've attached all these clovers on there, like this. Now, you would put this through your machine just like you did after you've stamped it. You would have it follow all of that with no border, because you know, and I don't remember what it's called on the scan and cut, but usually when you have something cut like this, you pick that little white border. Now in this case, you would pick no border. You would put that through. You would have the brother scan and cut. Scan it. You would take this piece off, add a solid piece, and it would cut all these out again. So that's how, I hope that makes sense, but that's how you could use your brother scan and cut to replace any one of your punches. And really, I guess you could do that with any of your stamp sets. Alrighty, if you have any questions, I don't know if I made myself clear. I do this if you want to layer your labels, because you could put your label on here and then pick a border, like the border around it. That would cut your label out a little bit bigger. Then you could put your label on top of your label, and you'd even have layering labels. Now, I don't know if that makes sense. Like I said, if you have any questions, be sure and leave a comment, ask a question. I'll try to answer all of them. Alrighty, that's what I have for you today. Thanks for watching. I hope that helps. I hope you'll give these little baskets a try. They sure are cute. Alrighty, I'll see you back here next week. Thanks for watching. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.